evening, people. How are you all doing today? So, welcome to All Things Fashion Show. So, today we have an amazing guest, Patrickson AD. He was the security guard of an oil and gas company. But guess what? Now he owns his own. He is a CEO of Sauce Rock and Energy. That is a juicy, juicy topic. So we are bringing him on our All Things Fashion Show so he can give us the juice and all the effort that he put to get to that position. But not forgetting our sponsor, Freddie and Son. So our sponsor, it's all about taking care of your roofing and siding. So if you have experienced a storm of any kind or a hail of any kind, know that you have a solution for that roof, which is Freddie and Sons. Coming up to you next.
Can't sleep at night, not breathing right, trying to find where I lost my mind, going insane. It's all a game. Don't know my name, 'cause I lost my mind.
Welcome back, and let's head straight to our guest. So, our guest today again is Patterson AD. Welcome so much on this show. We have been super excited to have you and your intriguing and empowering story. So, welcome, sir. How are you doing today, Patrickson?
Thank you, Ruti, for having me. Honestly, I'm most delighted to be here on this show today. I mean, I've been anticipating, but then I'm more than fine to be here. I'm more than
That
fine.
is good. That is good. So, you were on News 9. You were on Our International News of how you started as a security guard in an oil company. And now you own your own company called the Source Rock Energy. So we are all intrigued. And I said this story, so many people need to hear it from you. So, how did you start? That's a huge question, but I'm going to break it down. When you were a kid, born in Cameroon because that's where you were born. So, was has that always been a dream for you to have an oil company or what?
Um, I won't say so. I won't say so exactly because I think even though we all use oil in one way or the other, but
Right.
it's not a very common field or common industry as per se. So I can say right at the level of high school, I didn't know much about crude oil. I didn't know much about the industry. So it came at a time. So it wasn't since I was born. But then from a very tender age, I've always been ambitious. I didn't know where it was going to take me, but I've been ambitious. So not necessarily oil, but I've been ambitious.
Wow. And that alone is enough for a kid from Cameroon, a kid from Africa, because that's all we have. When you have that ambitiousness in you, it's like a driver. It drives you to the right place. So
That's right.
let's go back to when you were a security man. How was it like?
Well, I must say, of all the opportunities I have had throughout my career, that was the most important and, in my opinion, the most cherished. Because when I started nursing the ambition to get into the oil and gas industry, my very first encounter with the industry, the person I met told me from the start, this is not the place, you can't make it here. You have to be connected, you have to know somebody. There has to be something, but believe me, your education, your whatever, it's not enough. So I wouldn't advise you, but then you can give it a try. So I decided to give it a try. So that makes the security job the most important, because that was the first ever opportunity I had. I mean, after graduation, I was roaming the streets for more than a year. I think I dropped about close to 200 applications, because
Wow.
I believe me, I didn't I was not selective, okay. I will do it for big exploration companies, and I'll go even to filling station. I mean, I was just everywhere. Anything that has to do with oil, even if it's a subcontractor, I just want to hear anything. So I was just putting out the applications. But then I waited and waited, no call from nowhere. And if you permit me, okay, to shed some light how I got that opportunity, because I cherish it a lot. It was
Yes.
it was a big move for me.
Yes.
So there was this subcontracting company that was giving supplying employees to a bigger oil company. So I happened to drop my application there one day, and I met the operations manager by chance, and I was talking to him, explaining myself. He didn't really pay attention. So when he left, the 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 the, the security guard at the the security guard there, okay, uh, gave me a clue that it's possible for me to meet him in some other times that he's in a good mood, because he's not really in a good mood right now. So I
Right.
looked for another day. I met this man, explained myself to him, and then I hand him over my file. He said, okay, he will call me, and he didn't call. I kept showing up almost every week there, and there was nothing. And he's one day there was one fateful day he called me, and he was like, there is an opening. I don't know if you want to take it, but it's not really for you.
Right.
I say, yes, sir, I'm interested. He said, would you like to be a he didn't actually say security guard. Say he
Right.
said, would you like to be I've forgotten what the words he used, but it was kind of nice.
Right.
Okay, I was like, okay, there's no problem. I'm ready for anything. He said, okay, but there are these vessels that are out of contract, so they are at the K side, so they need guards to mount 24/7. So, but then I'm putting you in the night shift. I was like, wow, really? I said, no, sir, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. So he was just so quick. And he told me that, okay, if you're ready, come the next day, and let's get started. I didn't sign any contract, as per se. But
You just walked into
but
your
when I got
destiny.
there, yeah, but when I got there, I noticed he took out some safety boots, and then a coverall, and then a helmet, and then they just showed me a piece of paper. I don't know what was there. That signed. I was just excited, so I signed.
Right.
I don't know how I don't know how much I was going to receive. Nothing to nothing. I just wanted to work. So I I took my stuffs, and then I got into a bus, and then they took me to the location, you know. And believe me, I still vividly remember everything. It was just amazing. It was
Wow.
amazing. Now I was I don't know what was going on. I wasn't looking at the job title. I wasn't looking at how the society see the job. I was just looking at. I finally got an opportunity to start
Yes.
my career.
Right.
Yeah,
And that is it. And that's how you started. That is
that's how I
so
started.
persistent. That's what I take from this. Persistent. You did not
Yes,
stop one way or
I didn't
another.
stop.
Things keep coming up to try to stop, but you are like, nope, I'll keep going. If you
Yeah.
don't call me, I'm gonna call you. If you don't see me,
Yes,
I'm gonna show up. That's what you did.
that's right.
Oh,
That's
I
right.
am so happy that even, when you're hungry, you say you don't stop. And that's beautiful. So when you went into this company, were you just going into work as a security person, or you were working as a security person but having your eyes open enough to learn what was happening behind that post?
Most definitely. That was why the position didn't really affect me, because I wasn't in the I wasn't just in the moment. I was all into the future, you know.
Right.
I was just looking out for what's coming next. But then at the same time, I was enjoying every bit of it, you know. I tried to
Yes.
learn as much as I could. As a matter of fact, that was what really brought about the breakthrough, because when this guy that got me this opportunity, when the guy looked at me, the level of consistency, the level of commitment, how I go
Yes.
about my job, he was like,
Yes.
man, this is not the place for you, you know. He was like, this is not the place. So, I mean, immediately I got there, the very first day I got to my work location, it was about the future. It was about what's coming next, you know. But then I knew deep down in me that I need to appreciate what I have at the moment. I need to take it serious. You know, I
Right.
need to give it my best if there's going to be any chance, you know. So
Right.
I was there, make sure, okay, I put in my best, but at the same time, I was looking out. You know,
Yes.
I talked to whoever I meet, you know, I asked questions, you
Yes.
know, because it's one thing to earn a degree in school. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
it's another thing to get into the job market and pick up a job, and then you start. Well, immediately you get into any industry, you get to discover that you know so little. You know,
Yes.
I mean, you get to discover that after your degree, you even need orientation. You know,
Yes.
somebody needs to tell you something. You need so from the very first day I was there and I was taking notes. You know, I was making findings every day, every day, every day, and it was
That
just it
is
was just
so
getting
good.
better.
That is so good. So Cameroon have an oil and gas company, energy company called Sonaral, correct?
Yes.
I grew up in Cameroon, so that's the only one we know in the southwest region of Cameroon. So, being having that company has been there for so long, and it has been privatized by people and people. So, having you with such experience and idea, and you having your own company, have you come in contact with Sonora? Have you worked with Sonora? Can Sonora trust your knowledge? Because Sonora is like the mother company of Cameroon's gas and oil and everything. So you being at this point, has Sonora trust your experience in oil and gas?
You know, you know, you know, the oil and gas industry is a very closed up industry. You know, it's an industry that is how can I say, it's not just any kind of business, you know.
Right.
It's a kind of business that involves politics. It's a kind of business that
Mm,
involves the affairs of the states. It's a kind of business that, it greatly contributes to any nation's, not just their GDP, but even security and all the like.
yes.
So if you understood what I'm trying to say, I mean,
Yes,
it's
I
it's a
do.
place that the thing, the men with the gray hair, they understand it better.
They'll
You know,
understand.
the men with the gray hair, they understand it better. You know, they will not want to. I mean, a young man, okay, what? But then, I can say I've not worked with Sonora directly, but I think Sonora can more than trust me because
Right.
I've been way higher than that. I've been way higher than that. Okay, if maybe I can just, if you permit me, let me just give or throw some little light of how the oil and gas industry is structured.
Perfect.
Okay,
Perfect.
the industry is structured in three sectors. You have the upstream, you have the midstream, downstream. Okay,
Yes.
so first, Sonara is at the downstream. Okay,
Okay. I didn't know that.
and and I have been all my career in the upstream.
That is
Okay,
good. Now I know.
so I think the question should be, should I trust Sonara, not Sonara trusting me? Okay, okay, I
Right.
was
I
just
mean, I
kidding.
should rephrase that. I love the way you
So
put it. That is so good.
yeah, so
Samurai should have trusted you.
yeah,
You trusting
believe
them now.
me, believe me,
You're right.
because
You're right.
if just to explain what I was just saying, okay, so everything that Sonara produces in the downstream, okay, whatever they do, it comes upstream. So to say, there are some companies that are just specialized in finding the oil, they extract it,
Right.
okay. Those are the ones in the upstream, of course. That's where I've been all along. Now you have these guys in the midstream, okay, that to cut it short, they facilitate the transportation. They take this product that the guys of the upstream, okay, produce. They take them now to the refineries, which that is the category that Sonara belongs. So Sonara now take this product and then refine it, and then we have various products. You have the diesel, you have
Diesel, good.
the petrol, you have kerosene and all that. So Sonara now use that product, that's the crude
Right.
oil, and then refine, get other byproducts, and then it can go now to retailers and then to end consumers. Okay,
Right.
so Sonara is at the downstream. I have been all along the upstream, but then it's all interconnected. It's all interconnected. And to
That is
answer
good.
your question, I think I'm a treasure that they want to have.
All right.
I think I'm a treasure that, because it's a state-owned refinery. Whatever
It is.
input I bring in there is to develop my country. I
Yes,
don't I
it
don't
is.
I don't so yeah.
That is great. So in Cameroon, we have students taking chemistry and geology as their majors,
Yeah,
correct? So is there any
yeah.
advice you can give those students who want to get into the petrochemical field?
Yes, I think they really need it. That's one of the reasons I wrote the book that I
Right.
wrote, because I no longer go to LinkedIn because I'm scared of messages. They write to me every day, which I understand, because it's a kind of orientation. There's so much needed. Unfortunately, unfortunately, in schools, the worst is Cameroon. You see a student reading geology, even those that in some private institutions that read petroleum engineering, but they know nothing about the industry.
Yes.
Nobody's telling them anything. They don't know where to go. They are lost. They don't know. I mean, like I was in the University of Boya the other day. I met with some students, and they were telling me like, we don't know. Some One of them was telling me like, I wanted to become a petroleum engineer, but I'm not too sure because one of my lecturers told me that crude oil is getting finished, so there's not going to be jobs. in some years to come. I don't know what to do. I was like, wow. I was like, wow. So, but then, what I can say to any oil and gas aspirant is, you got to do your homework yourself. You got to do your homework yourself. You can't really get it in the classroom. You
You're
know,
right.
nobody's going to give it to you. You got to do your homework yourself. You got to go online, make some researches. You're going to find a mentor. You got to talk to someone. But then everything is possible. Okay, you want to become a petroleum engineer, want to become a reservoir engineer, stick to
Right.
it. It's possible. It's going to happen. You know.
So you wrote a book, and it's the future of oil and the energy industry. That
Yes.
book, it's a whole lot. I hear a lot of review. I read a lot of review on LinkedIn and on Twitter too. And I have some Facebook people because I'm always on your page trying to see what's happening
Yeah.
in the oil energy. What's all that money you're making? I want to know.
Oh
So that
my.
book, I saw a lot of students and a lot of other people talking about it. So what is in that book? Because I was trying to sneak in to get a little bit of reading, but it was so blurry that I only have to order from you. So tell us what's in that
don't
book
don't
that people are
don't
talking
don't
about.
don't Yes, I can say in that book, I actually pour out almost everything I have in me, so far as the oil and gas, but so far as my oil and gas career is concerned. It's a project that I've been on for the past 5 years, and what pushed me to start the writing was, I remember how frustrated I was, how frustrating it was for me in the early days of my career. You
Right.
know, oil has always been a commodity that is surrounded with a lot of controversy. You know, at every level. We don't know. You hear this today, you hear this tomorrow, you hear this today, you hear this tomorrow. So, there has been this theory, okay, there has been this belief, okay, that was how it was, that okay, crude oil is not renewable, okay, as we are producing, as we are consuming, it's getting finished, it's going to finish someday, okay, and then that is it, you know.
Wow.
And besides that, you see the conflicts of nations. This one is talking, this one is talking. So it's a commodity that is surrounded with a lot of controversy, but at the same time, you have thousands and thousands of people that this commodity put food on their table. You have
Right.
thousands of young people that are trying to make a career out of this, you know. But then at the same time, they don't understand, they don't know what is
They
going
don't.
on, what is going to happen to oil, what is going to happen to the industry, okay. Environmentalists that are talking their own climate change here, this
Yep.
here, coronavirus here, and everything put together. So it casts a kind of cloud
Right.
around the industry that could, especially the young aspirants, at a very tight corner. So
You're right.
this book like open up everything that they need to know, everything that they need to know to make informed decisions about their career. Okay, this book, it's for young entrepreneurs, because the industry, like most of us know, like is very close. You can get in there. You know, there's nothing in for me. So, but I'm telling them that no. I think what you need to know is to understand the industry. Once you understand the industry, you can do business in the industry. You can start
Right.
a career in the industry. You can invest in the industry. So it's about everything you need to know about oil. It's not just for industry professionals. It's not just for aspirants. It's for everybody. Do you know we all use oil? You know that? Do you know that?
Yeah.
Everything. I'm serious. The pen you're using right now, okay, there is some crude oil in it.
Wow, I
Believe
didn't know
me,
that.
everything. Yeah, everything. So I mean, it's important to just want to know about oil. You never know. Maybe that's your
Right.
spot. So it's a book that carries almost everything about oil and the industry, which of course is not just for aspirants. It's for working professionals. It's for entrepreneurs. It's for those who just love to know how the world runs.
Right. So we have more and more people talking about preserving the nature and the environment.
Yeah.
What as a
Yes.
scientist will you tell them or help? How can you help keep the environment safe?
If you look at the book cover, right,
Yes.
you will see droplets that go down in green.
Oh, yes.
Normally crude oil is black, and
Okay.
the green represents the environment. I'm a lover of nature. I
Mm,
mean, I love Mother Earth, you know, and the least we could do as human beings is to think about those who will come after us, you know,
yes.
is to do the right thing, because the primary aim of going to look for oil, to explore, to produce, and then get it to consumers, is just to meet, and is just to meet our energy needs.
Right.
Okay, so unfortunately, anything that has to do with energy production is bound with the environment. Okay, at the same time we are trying to solve our energy needs. At the same time, we are impacting the environment, because the two move together. The two
Yep.
move
They do
together.
both.
So
Yep.
now, it's just normal for any professional in the industry, every stakeholder, to take into consideration the environment, because at the end of the day, we are running up and down to look for oil, to make life better, you know, to make our
Right.
lives comfortable. I mean, how is our lives gonna be comfortable if the environment that we're living is getting down? You know, so
Right.
I mean, my company changed a lot, because I mean, oil is where I grew up in. That's I've been there most of my adulthood. But then, I'm not just interested in making money. Okay,
Right.
I'm interested in serving humanity. So we try to refine our operations. We try to go towards, okay, make our activities environmentally friendly. You know,
Yes.
there are lots of actions we are taking towards that, to keep the environment safe.
That is good. So, uh, the Cameroon oil and gas industry have been, they don't give a lot of information out there. Like you said, it is like the main security because it's like the GOP, and that's where they get all the money back in the country. So they don't give us a lot of information. Us, the Cameroonians, they don't give us a lot of information, and we need to know because that's a lot of our resources as Cameroonians that we work so hard for that goes out of the country, and they really don't tell us much about it. So you being in that field, what can you tell us about the Cameroonian oil and gas companies?
I think the business is not badly run, and our energy industry, our oil and gas industry here in Cameroon is still it has not reached the peak. Okay, I can say, okay, it's been around for a while, but then there is still a long way to go. We still have a lot. We still have a
Yep.
lot. You know, we still have a lot. I think we still need more investors. We still need to, or the industry is still growing, if you ask me. And on the side of or how much Cameroonians know about what is going on, it's not really like it's really hidden per se, okay, but then it's just designed in a kind of way that if you want to get the information, you need to dig deep. Okay,
Right.
but then there are some firms, okay, there are some reporting bodies that publish. I think they publish articles. I don't know if it's bi-monthly or quarterly online. You can get some basic information about what is going on, okay, about how much the country is producing, how much the country is exporting, and all that. But then there's still lots of prospect. There's still lots of prospect. The country is really rich, and
It
and
is.
and there's still a lot beneath the subsurface, and that is the more reason why young people like us, we are getting involved, because nobody can manage your resources like yourself.
Oh,
There, there,
that's so
there,
good.
there are lots of things I saw. There are lots of things that I saw in my early days. After I graduated, after I graduated as a security guard, when I had the first opportunity to to work in an oil field, when I went there, I saw how things were being done. I tried to go back to my books to recall what I learned in school. I undertook a project back then, and then do some finding, do some research. And at a certain time, my boss there called me and was like, "Young man, just focus on your job, make your little pay, and go home.
Take your
There's
little pay
nothing
and
in
go
there for
home.
you."
Don't put
But
your
I'm
nose in
happy.
dust.
Yes, I'm happy. I'm happy. Several years later, he's one of the few that I actually shared this work with before I made it public, and he was like, "Wow, I'm so proud of you. It means you're getting there." So I mean, I don't know. I don't know if or I'm gonna get to where I want to go to. But then the idea is I just want to inspire young Cameroonians. I want more of them to come on board. I
Oh yeah,
mean,
they
we
need to
we
come on
we got
board.
to we yeah we got to gain the expertise. We got to read books. We got to study. We got to gain the skills so that we can run our businesses, so that we can run our resources. Okay, there is this common, okay, like it looks like, okay, no, nobody's stopping you, the government is not stopping you. These foreign investors, they are not stopping you. Why I say so? Because at a point in time in my career, I had the opportunity, okay, to manage projects, okay, or to take over investment in terms of running, which the white guy started. At a point in time, we have to come in. But then, what will a nation do when, if they don't have nationals with the expertise, nationals with the competence? There's nothing they can do. Okay, so I mean, I have this saying. I'm not a politician. I'm not really interested in politics, but I have this saying that for me, it works well for me. It's like a drive for me. Like, okay, uh, 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 it's a quote. I can't remember again. One of these famous guys made that quote. Don't. It should be Abraham Lincoln, if I'm not mistaken. Don't always ask what your country or your government can do for you. You have to ask what you can do for your country. You have to ask
Yes.
what you can do for your government. And so far as the oil business is concerned, these are the questions we need to ask. It's a kind of like an industry of superstars. In
Mm.
my early days, when
Speak
when
it.
when I mean, before I got married, when you hit the club or you meet a nice girl on the street, "Oh, yeah, I'm a petroleum engineer." Wow, she's just gonna give you her number and all that. So you always feel like
I was
when
gonna get that.
you always feel like a superstar when you get into the room. I mean,
Hmm.
whenever any young person hears of oil and gas, wow, wow, wow.
Now,
But
Talking, talking, feeling like a superstar. What is that the same feeling you had when Megan Good had to publish the article about you, and you were like blowing up because news, I think that's News Nine, talked about you, the security man that is the CEO of Sauce and Rock Energy, and we have a lot of celebrities just they didn't know you, but your story to them was
yeah,
like, wow, that's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about,
yeah.
pushing, existing. And that's why I picked up your article and I was like, is this person from my country? I need to link up. So how did you feel having all that celebrities and international news just putting you out there like that and your company?
I'm, I'm not gonna lie. It's a great feeling. Okay, it's a great feeling. But then it has just made me to to be more humble. It has just
That
made
is
me
good.
to want to work harder than I have done before. Honestly, because if I can, you permit me
Sure. Go
to
ahead.
get to where how it all started. Sometime last year, I I I decided to make a post on LinkedIn just to share my career story. I didn't see anything coming, believe me.
Mm-hmm.
I just made a post and then I sat and whoa. An hour later, I saw some few likes, some comments,
Yeah.
and then 2 hours later, my phone was just buzzing. My phone was just buzzing and was going. And believe me, it was amazing. Now I'm talking
Wow.
about the original post there on LinkedIn. I didn't know what was going on, and I
Mm-hmm.
slept. I slept. I got up in the morning. One of my cousins called me like, "Man, you know what is going on? There's a popular blog in Nigeria that is talking about you. Go see it." And
Mm-hmm.
I was like, "Bam!" Before the end of that day, it was all over the place.
It was all
It was
over.
all over the place. But funny enough, I don't know how I was feeling. I don't know whether I was happy or sad. You
Confused.
know, I just felt a lot of pressure. I mean, I had
Mm-hmm.
hundreds of mails, thousands of messages from LinkedIn. People were just writing to me and all that.
Right.
And for the first time in my life, I was like, wow,
It
are
is
you
possible.
really ready for this? So to answer your question, I mean, I felt grateful. I've been grateful for that, but I haven't really felt like, okay, I've arrived and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
As a matter of fact, it became even more challenging. I felt
Right.
so much pressure.
It have to be. So to for people that are still knowing your company, the Sauce Rock Energy, are you working with other corporations? Because I see some of your articles says Nigeria is trying to get you more. Nigerians, when they see a successful person and have a great story, it is our person. No, he's a Cameroonian. Calm down.
Yeah,
So some
yes,
article
yes.
says you work with some major petrol companies in Nigeria and other African countries. So do you have other companies that you work to, or you're just like single, no partnership? I'm doing it privately.
It's 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 an ocean. The industry is huge. Believe me, it's huge. It's not a thing. It's not a one man thing.
Okay,
It's
it's not a
it's
one
not
man
a
thing.
one man thing. If you're really gonna survive, if you're
Right.
really gonna make returns, you have to work with others. I work with others a lot.
Right.
You
You're
know,
not
we
trying to
we
say their
we
names.
Actually, yeah, actually, after my post went viral and I was known all over the place, then the pandemic hit. You know,
Mm,
we were badly affected, and we had to even suspend operations. Okay, so I mean, more than ever after that period, you see the need to want to work with others. Okay, you see
yeah.
the need to want to cooperate. It's really huge. I'm not going to lie to you. It's not like I'm trying to downplay my
Mm,
success. No, that's not what I'm doing. But I'm being realistic. I'm being meek. I'm being humble because there's still a long way to go. There's
right,
still a lot to learn. There's still a lot to achieve. There's still a lot to build.
right.
And
All
and
right.
I'm not limiting. You know how it is. They say a prophet is not known in his
In his
hometown.
hometown.
Yeah, so I
Right.
focus more. That's the truth. I focus more out of Cameroon than in
All right.
Cameroon. But I'm hoping that I mean, reach better place if not your home.
Good.
So
So we're gonna go on a quick commercial break, and we'll be back with our guest Patrickson. So our commercial break, we are bringing you our sponsor, Freddie and Sons Roofing. Like it says in its name, if you have a roofing problem, you know who to call. Freddie and Sons is one call away, and they will always be there to make sure that you have a beautiful roof over your head. So let's go on a commercial break, and we'll be back with more stuff, stories on how to empower young Cameroonians doing geography, all that in the petroleum field, and how they can get to a bigger level. So let's go to a commercial break.
Can't sleep at night, not breathing right. Trying to find where I lost my mind. Going insane, it's all a game. Don't know my name, 'cause I lost my
Welcome back. That was a pretty short, quick, active, and very effective commercial break. Let's go back to our guest, Patrickson. So now it's all about you and the young Cameroonians. You have a lot of them looking at you. Young Cameroonians, especially in the University of Boya, you said yourself there's nothing that school is gonna, they don't teach them what is out in the field. So you've been in that place and you have seen all that. How do you happen to make it better? What have you put in place to make it better for that young generation? Because that's the only way you can give back to them, because you have paved your part and they are looking through you into the future.
yeah, that's you're very right because you know years back it was about surviving. Okay, then it came to a stage that okay, I want to make more to be more comfortable. I need more money, more money, more money. And then it came to another stage. Okay, I want to go higher in my career. Okay, it came to a stage. Okay, I want to be my own boss. Then. So at this stage, to me, I'm not. It's not like I'm old. Okay, but then at this stage, at this stage, I feel it's time. It's time for me to give back. And the first thing that came to my mind was these young people because I went through a lot. I went through a lot. I made a lot of mistakes. I mean, there are oh my goodness, so many mistakes. Okay, from what to study, certifications to do this, that. So it's been a whole struggle. So I think about these young people. Okay, I think trying to show them the way it's no better feeling. It makes me feel good. And most especially, I feel like if these young people, like the young people are the future. If they are shown the way, I mean, our industry is going to be huge in few years to come. And so that is one of the reasons why I wrote that book, because to be able to do that, you need to have a voice. Because I used to talk with them one on one when they write to me, or those that call, we talk. But it's how many people, how many young people can you reach doing that?
Right.
So I was thinking that this book is going to create an amazing platform. So the first thing I plan to do is I'm going to start a tour. I don't know. My schedule is really tight, but maybe from next month I'm going to go to all institutions. I'm going to
Right.
deliver talks. I'm going to try to get to these young people. You know, as much as I can to let them know what is in. Okay, it's not very easy, but then it's not difficult.
It's not.
I think what led to so many failures with some aspirants is just information. It's just what to do, where to go. It's not as open like other industries. So I'm taking it upon myself. I've given myself the next few years, as I'm working hard to build my business. I'm trying to put in time also, to help these young people in any way I can.
Right.
Yeah.
So how many your company right now, do you employ from Cameroon or do you get employees from other African countries?
It depends on where our activity is, because if, for example, we have an activity in Nigeria, okay, we use our people there. If we have activities in Cameroon, we use our people here. It's just like that. So it's kind of mixed, but then majority of those we work with, the team, Cameroonians.
So why waiting for you to go? You said you were going to go from institution to institution to talk about your book and on people that are doing in the field. So where can they get the book while still waiting for you to before you want to get to one institution to another? We have people that really want to get to this book. Like I saw one of your post on the book, and a friend or somebody wrote on the please, I need this book so badly and I live in Kumba. I was like, wow, okay. People's lives depend on this book right now. So where can they get it to solve to solve other people's problems that they want it but they don't know how to tell you or they don't know where to go?
We plan to release in December. So that was just a cover release. I don't know if I went about it the right way, but it was just a cover release, just to let everyone know that something is coming.
Okay.
So the work is ready, but then we will make it public in December. So,
Okay.
but then it's a little bit not complicated, but it's a little bit cumbersome for me, because I don't know. I'm just trying to make everything Cameroon. I've decided not to for now. I've decided not to put it on Amazon. I will not be going to Amazon. The reason is I'm not out. I'm not out to sell 100,000 copies. That's not the purpose. I
Okay.
want I want I want this work to reach the target people, and that starts with my country. Until I meet my target here, I'm not taking the
Right.
book online. So I'm still working with my team. We are trying to find a way how we're going to reach those who are not in Cameroon. Okay, that maybe to get to them fast, but definitely for now, not Amazon, because when I'll be releasing in December, we have to do everything here. But maybe for those, and I wanted every, you know, do you read, right?
Right. I read
Yeah,
books.
there is yeah, there is this feeling about when you're reading, when you're feeling the pages, you know. I don't know,
Right.
but it's challenging for me. We are looking, if it is possible, right? If it is possible to ship anywhere, I might not do an e-copy for now,
Okay.
cause I
Let them
want
buy
I
the hard
want
copy
everyone to
first.
have a feeling. Yes, I
Yep, they
want
need to buy the hard
everyone,
copy first.
yeah, to get the
That's
to
good.
get the feeling. Let the book. If I make money and then the impact is not there, it's not going to be good for me. I'm not
Okay.
really in for that. So that's why I'm trying to give some time till December so that I should be ready. But by December 18th, the book will be available, and it will be very easy to access. And please, one more thing. And why I'm trying to focus more locally, because okay, it's easy for you there. Okay, you can use your card. Okay, pop pop pop, you buy. But it's not that easy for us here.
I understand.
Most of us, it will be easier with mobile money and all that. So I'm putting my people
Mobile
first
money.
before anything. Yeah,
Right.
but by December it will be available. Even if it means for me to travel with a copy to Kumba to give that friend there, I'll do it. I'll do it.
Yes. Please go answer his request. It's under your Facebook. I looked at it. I'm like, when did he ask this question? And yeah, that also tell the people back in Cameroon, just like you, they're hungry. They have the ambition. When they see somebody with wealth, they see somebody that has excel, they want to know. They want to get involved. And that is the most
Yes,
beautiful thing about us Cameroonians is that the hunger is there.
yes,
It came from
yes.
generations to generations, and
That's true.
we inherit that. You can see them dying in the Red Sea, going to the Western world because they want better life, and because the country
Yes,
is not offering a lot of opportunities to the population. So when they see you that has done it, when they see you that has paved that path, they want to follow. It's crowded. So I know that is going to be a huge burden for you. Try to reach out to all of them in all those places. But I think this book is going to do them some good because Americans are talking about it.
absolutely,
They are talking about it.
absolutely,
So that is
absolutely.
good. So for your company now, for a lot of people that are thinking of internships, because internships are coming up, if not now, uh, going to Sonora to do internship. You just told me Sonora was what, the 10th level? I think these people should be coming to the first level because, hey, we are hustlers like that. We want the first level. How can these people meet you for internship? How can they get to your
Well,
company? Do you have? I know your social media platforms, but maybe someone out there don't know your social media platforms. Where can they find you on social media? Where can they find your company on a website?
If it's possible to take every Cameroonian that want to do internship, if it is possible, I'll do that because that makes me glad. That makes me glad. That makes me glad. But then, unfortunately, we are not as huge as Sonora. They were
Right,
coming up. I believe someday we're gonna be huge, and we'll take thousands of Cameroonians. But for now, we are not that. And I try as much as possible not to put it very open to the public, because besides leadership skills, I still get emotional. I want to make everybody happy, and sometimes it hurts. It hurts. So, but for now, ever since we came back after the pandemic, things are really looking bright, and more opportunities will be coming.
right,
More opportunities will be coming. It's going to be open in the weeks, in the months, in the years ahead, to more and more Cameroonians. Okay, so
right.
we are hoping that the future will be brighter. But for now, okay, we just have very few that okay, that is what. Because, and also in our industry, because I mean that is what I saw, and I have to respect it. we don't do internship for free. You know, interns are paid. They pay them.
Yeah, the paid, yeah, paid interns. I know even from
Yeah,
Sonora at the
yeah,
time,
yeah.
people
They
have to
pay
give
them. So
Sonora money to get to do intention. Sorry, I can't speak. Internship with them. That was beautiful. At first, I thought, what? Why are we gonna pay you if we're gonna learn? And then they say, well, it's a big company that I'm like, okay. If they're only gonna, because sometimes they take very little spots. But if they're gonna take me, I'll pay whatever Sonora
yes,
want for me to
yeah,
learn. So it was a great thing for me to actually did my little internship with Sonora too. I did that. For a
yeah,
lot of
yeah.
people, to some people, well, I don't know because Sonora right now, knowing that now is the third, I don't think they should go there.
No, 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 not exactly. They should go, but what they have to understand, what they have to understand is a lot more is going on in the countries of as oil and gas is concerned than Sonora.
Right,
That's what they need to understand, and that is why I see the need to get this book out there because a lot of folks are not informed, you know, a
I know.
lot. So, but they need to understand that a lot is going on. A lot is going on. A lot you can get involved. Don't just sit in your house and you're there crying. A lot is going on. I'm even trying. I'm trying to see how to uh, partner with some of the bigger companies to try to get these young people from school that they can easily get access to internship and all that. You know,
Yeah.
you know how it is. I don't know how easy it will be because I'm planning maybe next month. I try to see if the minister of mines can receive me. Then I try to put down my plan and stuff like that. And these are things that they can enforce. Okay, because
Right,
we can't rely on foreign workforce forever. They come to
right.
invest, but then we have to benefit from it. But unfortunately, we can't benefit that much because the expertise is not there. Why is the expertise not there? These young people are not informed. You see a student from the University of Boy after reading geology, at the end of the day, or it's a receptionist somewhere, or stuff like that. You need to move to the next level of your career. And you won't blame them because they don't have the information. They don't know
They
what is
don't.
going on.
So we
You know.
have a lot of private companies coming into the country. A lot of
Yes.
companies from the Western world. I can't even talk about China because that's overflowing. They come from this Western world and they go straight to our natural resources. Well, they've been doing that for so long. Thank God it's not dried up. Learning from you, it can never be dried up. So how can we stop them from coming in? I know we can never stop them because the people in higher grounds are just so thirsty for money that they keep sending the resources out for them to get rich, and others are not doing well, too well in the company. How can we manage that? Reduce the influx of Westerners just taking away everything we have.
Let's get involved. Let's get involved in the business. That's it. That's it. Because in my experience, there's something about us. You know, it's not like we
Yes.
don't know what to do, but we've just gotten into that habit of just complaining, ranting, just whining, and all that. You know,
Okay.
in as much as you want to put the blame on the government, you want to put the blame on the ministers, you want to put the blame on whoever, you have to take some blame. Okay, if now they say, okay, do it. Can you do it? You can't do it.
Right.
You know, so we 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 have to get involved. Okay, it's not necessarily like creating these companies because it involves huge capital. Maybe even our government cannot do that. We need these
Right.
investors to come in, and but then getting involved, what does that mean? You know, we can restructure everything, okay, on how they explore, on what comes in as our own reality and stuff like that. So if young people start getting involved in the field, you know, if they start evolving and they start growing, you know,
Right.
that is the only way. There's no other way. It's not by shouting. It's not even by fighting.
By
It's
protesting.
by gaining those skills. It's by gaining those skills. It's by gaining those that knowledge, and then put it out there. No matter how bad it is, okay. I don't know how bad people say it is. I don't know how bad they evaluate it, but no matter how bad it is, if some of our own get better, then we can do better.
Okay, that is good.
It's
That
just
is
hopeless. It's just hopeless that is bad. But we don't have those who can make it better. It's hopeless. But at least let's
it
have those
is.
who can make it better. And then we can take off from there.
We really can take off from there. So you being in that field, you being in that petrol, gas, and oil field, where is the future of Cameroon and all that? Speaking from now.
I think the future is really bright. The future is really bright because the country is blessed. There's a
It
lot.
is.
There's a lot. Unfortunately for us Africans, it's just in a kind of way. Even the companies that operate here, they are yet to use the kind of real-time technology that they use in other countries. We still have a lot. The future is bright,
Right.
and if or we can find better solutions on these climate issues,
Right.
okay, that does not really disrupt too much oil and gas operations, then there is a lot in for us. I will
Okay.
encourage young people not to be scared. Get a career in that, get a career in petroleum, get a career in chemical engineering, whatever. And because it's bright because as the world is evolving, sorry, so is
It,
our energy needs.
it
The way we
is.
consume energy now, in few years to come, double, triple. So it's needed. Oil is needed, gas is needed, renewable energy is needed. And we got that. We got a lot of that.
We got a
And
lot
so
of that,
I
and
think the
it's not
future is
running,
the
and it's
future is
not
bright.
running dry anytime soon.
Not like they are saying. It's there.
Not like they're saying.
There's
I
still a
like
lot
that.
of there.
I also saw that on your LinkedIn and Twitter. It's like oil is not running out anytime soon. Whosoever told you that is going or it's going to run out, it's not.
Yeah.
So you all should get
Yeah.
into it. I like that. I was like, yes,
Yeah.
you need to tell them
Yeah.
because all what other people tell them out there is that, oh, it's running out. Don't get into it. You're going to
Yeah.
waste your time. And
Yeah.
5 years from now, there's going to be no oil in the system. There's going to be no oil
Mm,
under the earth.
mm,
That's what they
mm.
tell people.
Yeah.
But when people like you go out and tell them the truth, that's never going to run out. You need to get into it now so it gets saturated with
Yeah.
us. So they don't need to bring extended bodies into it. That's how we grow. Thank you
Yeah.
so
That's how
much.
we grow.
Thank you so much, Mr. Patrickson A. Day. I really do appreciate this conversation and thank you for coming to our show. And I want to say thank you. And you always post your beautiful family on Facebook. I want to say thank you to them too for standing strong behind
Thank
you
you.
because they say a strong man like you, there is a powerful queen behind. And I salute her.
That's true.
So, All
That's
Things
true.
Fashion Show say thank you for coming to our show. And we pray for a better Cameroon with people like you in the oil, gas, petroleum industry. Thank you so much, and we're happy for having you in All Things Fashion Show. So, guys, thank you for watching us, and it has been a wonderful show, a wonderful time with our guests. So, look out for more guests coming up, bringing interesting and very educative topics that is going to help you. And you know that All Things Fashion is a platform for young entrepreneurs, for young fashionistas, for you people with great talent. This platform was created for people like you. So you come on and share your story so others get empowered, others get encouraged to move because things can get a little hard, but from another person's story, it gets lighter and it gets easier. So thank you for always being a true follower of All Things Fashion. And people have a wonderful day. I am your guest, Ruth. You can find me on Facebook, Nimona Ruth, or Instagram, All Things Fashion Host. Thank you so much, and bye-bye.
Welcome to All Things Fashion Show, streaming live from Media to Africa. Are you a fashion designer? Are you smart, creative, adventurous, a fashion entrepreneur, trendsetter? We bring you the best in photography, modeling, content creating, art, and music. Then join Ruth in All Things Fashion.